This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, you guys will remember in the week building up to Anthony Joshua taking on Andy Ruiz Jr., Deontay Wilder announced via his social media that he's going to be taking on Luis Ortiz. Then, one day before Joshua took on Andy Ruiz, he then announced that he signed to take on Tyson Fury. This was 3 weeks ago. As of right now, we haven't heard anything official about either fight. But Tyson Fury, he said that he hasn't signed anything with Deontay Wilder, so what Wilder was talking about, he has no idea. In fact, he believes that Deontay Wilder is just using Tyson Fury's name as clout chasing. But who knows? But as I said, even 3 weeks later, we're still waiting for official confirmation about the Luis Ortiz fight. But Eddie Hearn has said that he doesn't believe that Wilder will take on Luis Ortiz next, but he believes it will be Tyson Fury. And this is what Eddie Hearn had to say. I don't believe Wilder will fight Ortiz. I think he'll fight Fury next. I think that's what he'll do, and I think the winner will have to fight Dillian Whyte. That's how I see it going. So that is Eddie Hearn's statement. Article to that in the description box where it goes into a bit more detail as well. Now, this makes a lot of sense. You guys will remember that I said a little while ago that Bob Arum has said that he believes that potentially at least maybe Wilder vs Fury could be next, as in brought forward, because his whole idea for Tyson Fury of promoting him over these 5 fights for $100 million or whatever it was to build up the profile of Tyson Fury in America. Reason being, he wants him versus Wilder to be not only a big fight, but a mega fight. Because to be honest, the first fight, from a pay-per-view standpoint, from a financial standpoint, didn't do anywhere near what they were all hoping for. In fact, Wilder predicted that it would be 2 million pay-per-view buys. Only just got past 300,000. So they want to make this fight a huge super fight. But let's not also forget that there's also that whole WBC situation with Dillian Whyte being a mandatory should he defeat Oscar Rivas. And they want this fight with Wilder, or whoever the WBC champion is, next. So all this could happen that Luis Ortiz will now get pushed to the side. Tyson Fury steps in. The winner of Wilder vs Fury will take on Dillian Whyte. So this will solve a whole lot of people who are up in arms about potentially Wilder taking on Luis Ortiz. Listen, it's a fight that nobody really wants to see. It's no real danger to Wilder of losing the title. It's not a 50-50 fight. Luis Ortiz has already been defeated by Wilder. Yes, there were controversial moments, but ultimately Luis Ortiz has looked terrible in his last couple of fights since then, which is only a year ago. Nobody wants to see the rematch. But either way, we haven't heard anything, and this will solve the whole WBC situation. Of course, Showtime, as in Al Heyman, and you've got ESPN with Bob Arum. These guys want that fight. These guys want to cash in. Because ultimately what could happen is Wilder could fight Luis Ortiz, defeat Luis Ortiz. Whyte would then fight potentially Deontay Wilder, which means Tyson Fury is going to be pushed to the side. They're not going to want that. So they're going to want to bring that fight forward before the WBC mandate Dillian Whyte take on the winner of Wilder versus Ortiz. So by bringing that fight forward, Tyson Fury gets his crack at the WBC title. Bob Arum then gets the payday, of course, with ESPN Top Rank as well. Ultimately, then, should he defeat Wilder, go fight Dillian Whyte. That's probably not how it's going to play out, to be fair. I think if Tyson Fury defeats Wilder, I think Wilder will have that rematch. Anyway, why? Because he lost the title and it's a voluntary defence. That's how I see it going. But listen, I'm perfectly happy with that, to be honest with you. Listen, the most important thing is that Dillian Whyte gets past Oscar Rivas. That's the most important thing, and he becomes mandatory, and he gets a shot at the WBC title next. Not in a 6 months' time or a year's time, but next. Because if Deontay Wilder gets his plan, which I'll say it again, we haven't seen anything official about this one, but fight Luis Ortiz, then fight Tyson Fury. He's going to rematch Tyson Fury, win, lose or draw. We already know this. Shady Finkel's confirmed this, as has Bob Arum. So therefore, Dillian Whyte could be waiting a hell of a long time, which could end up causing some kind of legal issues with the WBC. WBC are going to want to avoid all this. So Wilder fighting Tyson Fury next solves the whole issue. As long as Dillian Whyte gets past Oscar Rivas, then hopefully, we get to see Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury for the WBC Heavyweight Title after Tyson Fury relieves him of that position. If it's not going to be Tyson Fury, then it will be Dillian Whyte. Either way, I don't see Deontay Wilder getting past either one of those right now. Listen, you never know, it's heavyweight boxing. So that's what's going on. Article is in the description box. Obviously, drop your thoughts below. Would you be happy with Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the rematch, happening next, rather than Luis Ortiz, and then the winner taking on Dillian Whyte? Would you be happy with that? Personally, I'm perfectly fine with that. But anyway, you drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.